This is the second of a three-part series on using Daz3D models in Unity. At the end of this video series, we'll have a realistic human model made in Daz3D animated in Unity. In the last video, we made this Daz3D character. In this video, we'll export this Daz3D model into Unity. There are a lot of scattered resources on how to import from Daz3D into Unity, but this will be a comprehensive pipeline. To start, we'll export the mesh from Daz3D. This is as simple as clicking File, Export. Create a new folder in the Unity project you're working on in the Assets folder. Name the folder after your character and name the file of your FBX mesh. Make sure to save the file as an FBX type file, then click Accept. In the FBX export options screen, you choose from what parts of your Daz3D scene you want to export. In the previous video, we only created a figure, hair, and clothing, so the props and figures options are checked. If more assets exist in the Daz3D scene, then more boxes can be checked to bring in more of the scene to Unity as part of the FBX file. Make sure to check Merge Diffuse and Opacity Textures, Merge Clothing into Figure Skeletons, Allow Degraded Skinning, Allow Degraded Scaling, and Sub-D Transform. Then click Accept. The FBX file has now been exported into Unity, and the character mesh is there waiting for you. The next step of the pipeline is to export the textures from Daz3D. Navigate to the Surfaces tab. The purpose of this process is to ensure all of the textures that Daz3D uses, Unity will also have access to. Each figure, hair, and clothing set has its own folder of textures that needs to be brought into Unity. Start by finding the textures the figure pulls from. In this case, navigate to the face surface of Michael 6 or whatever base figure you're using in Daz3D. Within the Face Surface tab, find a texture the Daz3D model pulls from. All of the PNGs the model pulls from will be copied into the Unity project, so you can pick any PNG in any surface. In this case, the diffuse texture from the face surface is chosen. Click on the icon of the PNG associated with the diffuse texture. This will pull up a menu with all the images in the folder the base figure pulls from. Click on Browse and copy the address of the folder the images pull from. Open a new File Explorer window and navigate to the Assets folder of your Unity project. Many of the images from Daz3D are already in there, but many are not. To make sure all the texture files Unity will need are in the Assets folder, open a new File Explorer window. Paste the address copied from the Daz3D directory. This is all the images Daz3D uses to create textures and materials for its model. Copy and paste all these images into Unity. Make sure to choose to skip pasting any files that are already in the Unity asset folder. Repeat these same steps for each item being brought into Unity. In this case, that includes the suit and hair. Navigate to the Jacket's Subsurface tab and click on the Diffuse Texture tab. Copy the address of the folder where those images are located. Note that all the images of the whole suit, including the jacket, pants, and even shoes, are located in the same folder. Paste the address in a File Explorer window and copy and paste all the images in the folder into the Unity folder. Note that you don't need to repeat these steps for the pants or shoes of this character because they come from the same Daz3D product, which pulls all its textures from one folder. The final product that needs textures is the hair. As before, find an image in the Surfaces tab that the hair pulls from. Click on the image and click Browse from the Options menu. Copy the address where the images are located in Daz3D. Paste the address into a new File Explorer window to navigate to the folder. Copy all the images in the folder into the Assets folder in Unity where all the other images associated with the figure are located. All of the textures Unity needs to extract materials have been exported from Daz3D. Now we move on to the final step, and easiest step, importing into Unity. Open Unity and, in the Projects tab, under the Asset folder, open the folder with your character in it. Drag and drop your character from the Asset folder in the Project tab into the scene. Center your character in the View window, and zoom in so that you can clearly see his face and features. In the Inspector tab, click Select, then Materials, then Extract Materials. Choose to extract materials from the folder you saved the textures in, then click Select. The materials are now editable, and draw from the correct texture files. There are still a few materials that need special attention to clean up, starting with the eyes. In the Materials menu, select the corneas. Set the render mode to fade and turn the transparency all the way up. Do the same for eye reflection. Check and experiment with the rest of the materials to make sure they work how you like. Select the Tears material, set the render mode to fade, and turn the transparency all the way up. Next, select the eyelashes material. Find the image the diffuse pulls from in the Assets folder. Click on the image in the Assets folder, and in the Inspector tab, check Alpha is Transparency. Then, click Apply. You can now edit your Daz3D model like you would any other model in Unity. This was the second of a three-part series on using Daz3D models in Unity. In the last video, we made this Daz3D character. In this video, we exported this Daz3D model into Unity. The process for this pipeline breaks down into 3 steps: exporting the meshes from Daz3D, exporting the textures from Daz3D, and extracting the materials correctly in Unity. In the next video, we'll animate this model in Unity. More can always be done to improve texturing or the pipeline, so I would encourage you to experiment, and if you have any ideas, questions, or suggestions on how to improve the process or the video series, please feel free to comment below. Please like and subscribe, and if you'd like to see more game development content, let us know.